Hello and welcome to another episode of Dela's Voice. It is my pleasure today to bring you another fantastic guest. It's amazing to have this platform where we can bring you information, inspiration, and motivation to change your lives for the better. My guest today is the amazing, the beautiful Alka Sharma. Alka is the author of best-selling book From Cocoon to CEO. She is the founder and the CEO of Alka's Total Fitness, which is a boutique-style studio in Richmond Hill, Ontario, where she offers her clients customized plans through coaching and achieving their fitness goals. Alka is also a competitive ballroom dancer. She has had a journey of her own, which we will hear about, which has put her in a unique position to have important conversations about changing your mindset, retooling your mind and body to achieve your goals, not just in fitness, but in life in general. So it is my pleasure to bring you my friend, Alka Sharma. Hello, Alka.
Hello there, Dela. How are you?
Good, thank you. We had a little bit of a glitch there for a second, but we're
Yes, we
on.
do.
It's nice to have you on Dela's Voice, Alka. It's always a pleasure to see your smiling face and your positive energy that just comes through Zoom like this, comes through.
Come through. Well, for me, it's always a pleasure being with you and on your show. So I'm just so truly grateful.
Thank you. I just want to make sure to take this time and say hello to the people who are watching us. Thank you for joining us today. And please keep those comments coming and let us know where you're watching from. Let us know your input so that we know that we are touching you, we are engaging with you. And also, please go ahead and press that share button so that other people could also benefit from the information given here. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Okay, with that, let's just jump into this, Alka. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how come you started on this journey of really having so much passion for fitness?
So my journey simply began. For most of us, we're always on this path of self-discovering and on the path of really improving ourselves. And for me, I struggled with weight, self-confidence, self-esteem, and I truly was looking for a place that I could really learn to have fun and have fun in the passions that were in alignment to how I was going to feel at the end of the day. And I always tell people to always have a passion, always be on that lookout for, if it's a workout, for example, if it's kickboxing, if it's yoga, indulge in those practices and make it the best for you. And for me, it just so happened to be dance because I always wanted to take up dance. And throughout the course of my journey, as I began to working out, I realized that fitness, I was already achieving the results for myself that I truly wanted to have that passion, to be on that mission, to help so many women to achieving the life of their dreams, not only just physically, but also being on that mission so that they can really indulge in their passion. So if it was dance, for example, go ahead and do the best you can. So I began competing since 2004, and it was just a great part of my life. Was a highlight. So for me, I was always been on that mission. So based off my journey, I am now on this mission to help so many other women, to really helping them to improve in their life, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally as well.
It's so nice that you touched on this, because when we think about getting active, and you ask some people and they're like, that's just not for me. Like, being active is not for me. Exercise is not for me, right? And so, what's your take on this? What would you say to someone who is so defensive when it comes to starting a sort of an exercise of any sort?
Yeah, absolutely. So my clients, like, the prospects first come in and they know that they want to exercise. They know that, they've asked for, I want to do yoga or I want to do Zumba. And in the course, we sit down with them and we have a consultation whereby we find out what is the fitness goals. You've asked for this class, but we need to formulate a plan. And that is, you've asked for yoga, you want to do that. That's amazing. Good for you. And if you haven't exercised, then we have to take a step-by-step approach in finding out what is your goals. What are your goals? Do you have aches and pains? Because it's wrong to really start any kind of workout, as we know, and then not to have a plan in action, because otherwise you're going to injure yourself. So if you're doing TRX and you haven't exercised, it's always a good idea that, I sit down with them, we formulate a plan so that we take you step by step. We hold your hand so that when you come to the studio, you're excited to then working out. So my approach is always, having a plan of action for the client so they feel better. You've discussed what their goals are. You've discussed, do they have any aches and pains? Do they suffer, anything else that we need to know about them, so that it makes it easier for us and for the client as well. So it's just having a step-by-step approach, how you can lead the client safely and properly, and they can execute the workouts.
I like it.
That's very important. Yeah.
Yes, baby steps, right? Because if you jump right in and it's something that you can't achieve or your body's not ready for it, you're going to hate it so much that you're not going to want to continue, and you need to be enjoying it for you to continue.
Exactly. So that's not good. Otherwise, they're going to end up, if they, injure themselves, then, that's it. Then they're not going to come back. They're going to be demotivated because, why didn't you, tell us? Why didn't you help us? So it's always having a protocol in the front end, so that they feel happy. They're going to be able to enjoy the workout safely and properly.
That's awesome. So I just want to tell you that we have people watching right now. You're global, because there's people watching from all the way from Pakistan, as well as someone from.
Nice. Hello.
I know. So Tony's watching from Newfoundland. Asim is watching from Pakistan. And Rakesh, I don't know where Rakesh is, but there's people all over the world. So thank you so much for watching us, everybody. Okay. Alka, your title for the show, and I'm going to put it up on here so people can see: Retool Your Mind and Body. Now, I'm thinking retooling your mind and body. So finding new tools.
It's finding new tools. It's actually finding a path that really works for you. So when I talk about retooling your mind body, essentially what I'm talking about is biohacking. And biohacking, yes, it's a fancy term, but biohacking simply means reverse engineer. So where are you today on your fitness journey, and where is it that you want to be? So we need to then reverse engineer and find out and biohack into what's going to work for you. So that's what I talk about, and I'm very passionate about, when it comes to biohacking. So when we talk about biodegradable, like vegetables, fruits, right? So you're tapping into what's going to work for you. So when it comes to fitness, it's all about formulating that plan, is reversing engineering to where you are today on your fitness journey and to where it is that you want to go. So you retool your mind and your body, because your mind and your body are in alignment. They go hand in hand. So pretty much, so when we talk about your body, for example, like we talk about your gut health, your nutrition. So your gut health actually is your brain health. So those two are pretty much, they go hand in hand. So that's what I mean about reverse engineering, what it is that you're feeding yourself, reverse engineering, retooling, everything, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. What are you feeding yourself? So it's not just nutrition, but overall, what are you feeding yourself? How are you feeling? And looking yourself each and every day. So that's what retooling and biohacking your mind and body really makes a huge difference. Once you begin to learn those tricks and tips, your life will be fantastic forever, because it's a huge game changer that is truly changed for me.
How can you give us a couple of examples of people that have come to you and how you've changed their lives? Just walking them through these steps and how you've positively impacted them and where they are today.
Yeah, absolutely. So my client Sarah, she's been with us for the past 3 years, and Sarah, she lacked energy, she lacked vitality, confidence. When we sat down with her and, we formulated a plan of action, what was her fitness goals, what was her idea that she wanted to get out of the classes. Sarah, 4 weeks in to being a member of the studio, 46 weeks, this girl had just changed drastically. It was like a huge day and night's difference. She had lost inches from her waist. She was toned. She had more energy to do other classes. And pretty much the first time that she came in, she just wanted to do TRX. And then she progressed. And that's what I always say to my clients, that when you progress and you feel that you've got an energy, like for you, Dela, kickboxing, clients may say, oh, I'm loving this, I've got a huge amount of energy, and you see that in them. Well, then that's the time that either you push them, me and my team pushes the clients, or they might say, okay, I want to try other classes, and absolutely, go for that. We're all for that, because we're here for you on your fitness journey. So it's pretty much Sarah, she had actually reached her goals, and she would come in every day and she had a protein shake with her, that after the class, post workout, she would have a protein shake. So that is how diligent she was in her goals. And it was a huge transformation, and I was so happy to see that. So she pretty much was doing amazing.
You part of your journey is that the more you achieved your fitness goals, the more you found yourself confident, and you became empowered personally in your life, and as a result, you were able to advance your career, your profession. You opened up your own studio, and I mean all these amazing things that you clearly say that are a result of you gaining this self empowerment and self confidence. How important is that? I mean, we're talking about body health, and yet the ripple effects can be seen all over our lives. How does that work?
Absolutely. You know what? So once again, it pretty much comes down to retooling, because retooling pretty much, it comes down to every aspect of your life. So self-confidence, that for me, that was a huge shift, through physically not being able to do much. And physically, I wasn't in that best shape of my life, and I did not want to get into sports. And so, it was a journey. And throughout the course of the journey, I began to retool myself. I began to retool in what it was that I truly wanted out of life. What was it that would make me happy? What was it that I could really help other people once I discovered that for myself and what was working? So when I retooled my own mind and body, so the mind, I had to really do a lot of soul searching. I had to do a lot of self-discovery in the process of being on the path, the trajectory that I was going to be on. And in that time frame, everything sort of came together. And as things became together, I began to find that I was on this mission to helping so many other women and helping so many other people to really achieve them to where it is that they want to go. So empowerment is huge, because empowerment truly tells us that we have everything together, that we are on this mission to helping so many other people achieving their lives to the best that they can be and to be the best versions of themselves. That is true empowerment.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Alka, we are going to talk about your book for a little bit, because I'm
Okay.
really I love the title of the book. First of all, From Cocoon to CEO, and I know there's a story behind that. So I just want us to take a quick break, and we'll be right back and talk about your book, if that's okay.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
And we're back talking to Alka Sharma, the fitness guru. The the mind and body retooling guru. That's
Yes.
who you are. That's who you are. And so the topic of today's show is retool your mind and your body to achieve success. You wrote a book called From Cocoon to CEO. And first of all, great title. Why did you pick that title?
I picked that title because it truly resonated with me. And so from Cocoon, my journey pretty much was that I was in a cocoon. I was the metamorphosis who hadn't crystallized into a butterfly. So through my journey, being bullied at school, to being weight challenged, and I was in a very dark place. So that was my cocoon, and it was kind of like shielding me. It was kind of like protecting me so that I could really find my own, to be a woman who was to have her own passions, to being in a place that I could help so many other individuals. But at that time, being in the cocoon was kind of like sheltering me and protecting me so that I could find myself first. So that was the cocoon. And then as I began to find myself, I slowly blossomed into a caterpillar. And then that caterpillar, also, as I began to do a lot of soul searching, I began to find myself. I was in that place that I was happy, and that was dance. Then I blossomed into a beautiful colored butterfly. So there was a lot of stages in my life that really were propelling me to be the woman that I am today, to be a successful entrepreneur in my own right, and then to helping and to being on a mission, which is the key, and that's my passion, is to helping so many other women also to be inspired and aspire them to really helping to be on their journey and to be a beautiful best versions of themselves. So it was based on my own journey, pretty much.
That's so cool. So you write in your book some of your most vulnerable moments of life, in hopes that someone will take those stories and be inspired and make the changes they need to make. And I think there's so much power in that. So I want to thank you for putting out that book. And so people can purchase that book from Cocoon to CEO. Is it on Amazon?
It's on Amazon. It's
Okay.
on Amazon. Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And so that's just one of the many amazing things you have done in your life. And you were a ballroom dancer. So I want to know what brought that on. Like how does a person become a ballroom dancer, first of all? Because it takes a lot of courage, right? That
Yes.
again, it takes a lot of putting yourself out there. And so what was your mindset like, because a lot of people would think of something like that and say, oh my God, no, like you'll never see me do that, because what if I fall?
Yeah, I know,
Like
right? Yeah. And that was me too. Like, as a child, I didn't have the balance, I didn't have the coordination, and dance pretty much, you need to have the stability, the balance and the coordination, they go together. So dance for me, I always wanted to take up dance even as a child, but I didn't have the opportunity when I was growing up in England. So it happened when I moved to Canada, and throughout the course of just one day I just stumbled upon the studio, and it was that crazy. I just stumbled upon a studio, and I just walked in, and I was speaking to the instructor, and he led me, and I was loving it. I said, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. I don't know why I didn't find dance before. So you could say dance found me, or I found dance, but we loved and we fell in love together. So that was the huge highlight. And as I began just doing that, just that one class with the instructor, and then I would come in like 3 times a week, and I was just working out because I was loving it. Until you don't do something, you don't know if you're going to love it. So just like exercise, as we talked about earlier, if the clients say they want to do something, they want to exercise, but oh my God, it's not for them, you don't know until you tried.
yes.
So, as I, began to love, then I began to come in, competing, and my last competition was in 2015. And so it was just that first moment that, that was that initial start. And then I was on fire, that I was unstoppable. And
What's the best
yes.
part of,
Huh?
what's the best part of this experience for you?
Oh my gosh. The best part, when
Be honest.
okay, I'll try and be the best I can. You know what? When you're dancing, honestly, when you're in competition, in any competition, it could be like kickbox competition, judo, anything. Competition is a huge adrenaline, especially when you're going on that dance floor and you've got all these judges around. It's a beautiful feeling because and at the same time you're kind of nervous because you don't know, are they marking you right, wrong, what are you doing? But I didn't care because I was there on a mission. It's just to perform the best I could. So the dancing for me was just a huge highlight of my life. I was doing a lot of circuits, doing around. I was in competitions in Montreal, Toronto, Quebec, the US. So that was beautiful, seeing my peers, seeing the judges being recognized. That was a huge, huge part of my life.
That
Yeah,
sounds like so much fun. It
it
sounds like
was.
being a part of something amazing. And then you're like
Yeah.
dancing like a beautiful butterfly,
Yes, yes.
floating around the dance floor. I think it's amazing. I mean, one day maybe I'll start ballroom dancing, because I love the idea. But
Oh my
I
God, and the costumes. The costumes are beautiful.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
That was
And
it was everything.
so that's a big part of your life, and
Yes.
you love it. You love it for so many different reasons, and I can tell when you talk about it, your face lights up.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, it does. It's amazing. What were some of the challenges, what that, if you can share with us, in pursuing that dream?
Yeah. I wouldn't say there were challenges. It was just that, the time period just comes that, is dancing, is that the passion? We always say that, we want to do a certain exercise, but can we really sort of fulfill that? So when it came to dance per se, it's like, okay, I knew I wanted to do it even as a child, but was that something that I could, even in competitions, knowing that as a child I had the balance and coordination, there was that challenge per se, but not that much of a struggle. But, I overcame that. So you have to overcome in order to really be involved in that skill, in that work, in that workout. So, during the course of time, it just became fun, and just became, I overcame the balance and the coordination that I knew I had, but then it didn't, it kind of just faded away, and, it just took the back seat. But you need to find your passion and
Yes.
just start with that.
Yes. So sounds like you put the fun into an activity,
You have to put the
not
fun.
the other way around.
No, you have to put the fun in. So whether it's
Mhm.
kickboxing, whether it's TRX, Zumba, you have to put the fun. Oh no, like Zumba is a fun workout, and if you love
Yeah.
dance, Zumba is a fantastic workout. But even though you may not get the energy from the instructor, or you may not get the energy from doing that workout, you just have to make it fun, and you have to be, and the fun only comes in if you go into that workout or any workout with a positive mindset. Because if you go in with a positive mindset, then it does become fun, because then whatever the circumstances, whether it's the instructor or the class itself, then you already have gone in with that positive mindset. Then it doesn't matter that, what happens, you are going to make it fun. So that comes in every aspect of your life as well. You
Mhm.
have to make it fun. Just be the fun person. And
Yeah.
then everything else will just kind of like, follow suit.
So what does a positive mindset look like?
So positive mindset is your attitude. And it's having the attitude of gratitude, is, I like to put it that way, because if we are not grateful, if we are not grateful to what's happening, I'm in a conversation with Dela today. I am grateful for Dela. I'm grateful for today that I have a fit, healthy body. And I'm speaking to your viewers, Dela. That is, I'm grateful for that. So you always have to have the positive mindset. Starts with us, and it starts with the internal. What is our beliefs? What is our values? And once we have those in place, then our attitude automatically starts to shift up. Is that energy? So once we have that in place, the positive mindset, the positivity will always be the biggest factor that will help you in every aspect of your life. So I'm a true believer in that, that once you start to just shift just a tiny bit about yourself internally, how you see yourself, that is huge. So that's what a positive mindset looks like.
That's great. And speaking of a positive mindset, I want to someone very positive has left us a message here, and I want you to see it. Rizwan Rashid, every time I hear Cocoon to CEO from Alka Sharma, just shiver me with the feeling of accomplishment for you. Fantastic. Del Futu, you are bringing amazing messages to the world. Thank you so much, Rizwan. You
Oh,
are,
that's amazing.
he is one of
Thank you,
the
Rizwan.
amazingly positive people, isn't he? And speaking of positive mindset, I want to ask you, Alka, have you never had any challenges in life?
I might have, but I never, I'm a human too. You know what? I might have, but is how we not is how we don't look at that. Because truly, if we want to move ahead in life, if we truly want to be at the place that we always wanted to desire, whether it's physically or as in our business, be a successful entrepreneur, the challenge is we don't need to focus on that, because that will only bring us back to where we don't want to be, or where we don't want to go, in that dark place. So always have the challenges, know you have the challenges. Like for me, the challenges were not a bigger deal out of, the coordination and balance, but instead I tend to I flipped it a little bit and said, okay, what do I need to improve on? And as I began to improve and looked at the positive aspect, so that's retooling your mind, then every other things that I was going through in the dance performance became so much better, so much easier, because I didn't look at the challenges, the slight disabilities that I knew I had. Instead, I just focused on the positive aspects that led me to competition and dance performance. So in life is, don't look at the challenges, realize that you have them. Yes, I'll be honest, realize you have them and just deal with the challenges you have, improve on them, see how how they can be improved, and then just focus on the positive aspects, learn from that, look at the positive aspects of improving and daily conditioning yourselves with the retooling your mind and your body, because your body and your mind will give you the message that this is the improvements you need to make on a daily basis.
That's so good. So some people would look at their challenges and use them as an excuse of why they will stop and not achieve their goals. And some people, like yourself, are using those challenges as learning opportunities of how to get to achieve your goal.
Exactly. It's always a learning opportunities, because, if we don't have, we're always like faced with different challenges and adversities and roadblocks. But those roadblocks and challenges are pretty much a testament to, is a testament to say from the higher source, can we deal with those problems? How are we dealing with those problems is the most important thing. How are we dealing with those problems? And if we're able to deal with the roadblocks and challenges that come our way, then we are at a place to know that we can help and shift not only ourselves, but help and shift and retool other people in their mind and bodies, because that's all the aspect of really improving your life to be at a place that you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I always say to look at the challenges and make it a point, make it a mission that you are helping and improving yourself on a daily basis, whether it's retooling your mind, whether it's retooling your body, how you're feeding yourself, fueling your body, nourishing yourselves properly. That's all, part and parcel of retooling your mind and body. What are you doing? How are you biohacking to where you are today in your life? Are you at a positive aspect? Are you looking things on a positive level? Where are you? That's a true question that we all need to look at ourselves on how we're dealing with things every day.
One of the things that that's really important is, and you mentioned it, is to look at what we have done, what we have accomplished. And so I know that for a lot of people, that is a challenge right there, because we're so hard on ourselves. We are, I don't know what we're looking for. I don't know if we're looking for perfection or what we're looking for, but we're always trying to, we're trying to see what we haven't accomplished instead of looking at what we have accomplished. How important is that?
Absolutely. We always need to look at, how far we have come.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to, physical exercise, where are you today on your fitness journey, and where is it that you want to go? What are the road steps? What are the steps that you are taking along the way to making sure that physically on a fitness journey, you are doing everything that you need to have the body you want and desire? So making sure that, knowing where you were, where you are today is the most important thing. And that's a huge fundamental, it's a huge foundation to know and to be happy and to be grateful, because where you were today and where you are now at this present moment in your business, in your body, the body you want, the body you desire, what have you done? And you have done everything to make sure you're feeding yourself nutritiously, the food that you need to fuel yourself, your body, your soul, your spirit. So everything together, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, has to plays a huge difference in your life. So always be grateful for the present, because the present is going to dictate the future.
Well said. Well said. We're going to take another quick break and we'll be right back. And we're back with Alka Sharma on retooling your mind and your body to achieve success in life. Not just fitness goals, but your life goals. And Alka, your studio, Alka's Total Fitness, is an amazing place. And I know that this is your passion. That's like your heart is in that place, isn't it?
It is. It
It
is.
is.
Yes.
It,
It's
it
my
is.
baby. Mm-hmm.
It's your baby. It's your baby. And so you have put in a lot of work to make Alka's Total Fitness what it is today. And there's a lot of people who dream of having their own business. And so my next question has to do with that. Where did the inspiration come to you of starting such a great place? And what were some of the challenging thoughts or roadblocks, and how did you get over them? This is to those people who are dreaming of this dream of theirs, right?
And you know what? And I will say to viewers, if you're dreaming of, dreaming of anything and having a body you desire, dreaming is great. And for me, as we're talking about the studio, actually came into my dream. It was a vision that I had to open my studio. And so pretty much as I began the process of opening the studio, I realized that this journey was going to be a tough one. And even as entrepreneurs, getting into any kind of business is tough, because we anticipate already, we know that there's going to be challenges, getting permits, etc. So it was a vision. It came to me in a dream, and I knew that I already had a head start, because the studio was based off of my journey. I struggled with weight, and the first day when I walked into the gym, it was a pretty daunting experience. And because there were all these fit body people, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I do not fit here. So I wanted to walk out. But then there was a part of me that said, wait a minute, Alka, didn't you not say you wanted to change your life? So as I began to listen to that voice and I continued to come into the gym, that was a huge shift. And so when I opened the studio, the roadblocks that I was facing was getting the city permits, was getting, the carpenters or electricians, the guys to build the studio. Everything was, coming to me, but I did not give up. And as entrepreneurs, and if there's a tip I will share to your viewers, is don't give up. Never give up on your dreams. Even though we may not find the people that we want, but do not give up, because there's always a way. And my way was, I found someone in the building, and she actually was She had an architectural company, and so that was actually a blessing. But had I given up, I may not have found her, or she may not have found the men who were going to build my studio. So it's to never give up on your dreams, because if we give up, we will never know along that path people who are to come our way. So it's to never give up, because if I had, then I would not now pretty much would have given up on my dreams.
Yeah. Yes. And
Yeah, yeah,
wouldn't that have been so sad for
it
a
would.
lot of people, because they would not have been touched by you? And I mean, look at, you're changing people's lives through what you do there. So it's
Yes,
amazing. And so every single person has a unique gift and a talent, that if they decide to share with the world, they can make this world a better place. And if we're too afraid to take those steps and to take a chance on them, we would never be able to affect other people's lives.
exactly. So always have that open mindset, because as entrepreneurs, we need to have an open mindset. We need to be confident in ourselves, in our abilities. We know we are, but to also be prepared that if we do give up for any reason, then we've pretty much given up on our dreams, but also on ourselves as well.
Yes. Yes, you're so right. You're so right. What do you want the viewers to take away from this talk today, Alka?
What I want your viewers to take away from this conversation is to, as entrepreneurs, if you're looking to starting a business, if you're looking to, having that roadmap for yourselves, is to know to never give up on your dreams, and to never give up, first of all, on yourself. So that even applies to, exercise, working out, having the body of your dreams that you desire, is to always be positive, not only in yourself, be positive in your mindset, because your mindset and your discipline are the ones that are going to propel you and going to execute you for your dreams and for your life. So your mindset, the moment you begin to change your mindset, you begin to change your life. So your mindset and your life and success and how you want to achieve success in your life pretty much starts from your mindset, because that is everything that God has given you, that you need to fully utilize and prepare yourself when that day comes, to really hone yourself, to be really proud of yourself for every accomplishment that you have faced today and that's going to be in the future. So your present, be grateful for the present, because your present is going to dictate the future and the success that you want to achieve in your life.
You said something and I shivered. Discipline. That
Okay.
plays that plays a very important role. Discipline.
Discipline, yes.
And so how do we strengthen our discipline?
Discipline, it comes from mental toughness. If you have the mental toughness, if you have and so what do I mean by mental toughness is the mental resiliency. Are you resilient in executing, like, for example, I'm going to do exercise again. So if you're doing, say, 10 reps and you want to do 20 reps, so every day you're improving on physically how you're improving yourself, but in terms of the reps, in terms of executing the weights you're lifting, so 15 you've gone to 20 and then 25 pounds. So every day is a small baby steps along the way that we always have to take. So it pretty much is, are you preparing, are you executing those baby steps along the way to really show the progression that you are making on a daily basis.
If someone's watching this right now and they think there's nothing wrong with my mindset, I'm quite happy with my mindset. What are some signs we're looking for to tell us that we are in denial?
Right. So I'm just going to touch base on the mental toughness. So the discipline is pretty much the mental toughness. Do you have the mental toughness to succeed? Do you have the mental toughness when it comes to working out? Do you have the mental toughness, the resiliency to keep up with the daily tasks as entrepreneurs, as business owners? So that's what I mean by mental toughness and
Yeah,
discipline. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So when people have the mindset, we're not really looking for anything per se when it comes to mindset, because we have the mental mindset, we everything is fine. But what we need to prepare when it comes to mindset is knowing that the challenge that if we having the discipline in one area, we may not have discipline or the mindset, the retooling of the mindset and the body together, we may not have that in one area. So I always like to use it that they all have to be together. So retooling your mind and your body, so your mindset, your discipline. If you are able to execute that in one area, then is how can you change and improve that so it's in every aspect, every area of your life. So that's the most important thing. How can we do that? And so it's simple. So what's worked for me is that I've always reverse engineered. So what have I done today? What am I today that's really going to help me and shift the mindset, shift the energy, the positive aspect that I have implemented that's really working for me, and how can that duplicate that? So it pretty much comes down to duplication. How can you duplicate in one area and make sure that that is working for you in other areas of your life?
That's good. Yes, that's good. Because they do go hand in hand.
Yes, they do go hand in hand. Yeah, it's like a hand that fits the glove. So yeah, pretty much. So you just need to know, just duplicate and find how that's been working for you.
That's awesome. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
So you can go to my website, alkastotalfitness.com, and you can reach me there, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions and to
Awesome.
help you along your journey.
Yes. So, if you're just sitting there and thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. I wish I was more active. I wish I could have a toned body. I wish I could lift weights. I wish I could. Wishing doesn't get us anywhere. You agree?
Absolutely wishing, yes, exactly. Wishing I had this car, wishing I had this. Well, you could wish away. You could wish away the whole life
I
and
know.
not have anything. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, Della. On the other hand, there's nothing wrong with wishing or dreaming, but it's taking the action, is implementing that. So you
Mhm.
can implement, you can have the dreams, you can have those beautiful thoughts, you can wish, but then are you implementing, are you taking the action to move forward with your dreams or your thoughts or your wishes? Because like they say, opportunity comes once, but then do we grab the opportunity? So
Mhm.
it's just like,
Mhm.
you can wish, but then are you grabbing and implementing, taking the action on your wishing, on your wishes?
So I love it. And that takes me back to when you were walking down the street and you see this dance studio and something tells you you want to go inside and you
Yeah,
listen to your inner voice and you walk in. And
yeah,
sometimes we have these inner voices telling us stuff, but we don't really listen to them and we hear them, we don't really listen and we don't take
exactly.
action on those things. And that could just be the one step that you can take to change your entire life.
Yes, absolutely. It just takes that one moment. Just takes that one moment for anything. Doesn't matter what it is. If you don't see that sign, if you don't see like whether it's on a billboard, anything. I'm just kind of exaggerating, but if you don't see the sign and you don't take action on that, then you would have missed out. You will miss out on that. So we just have to pay attention to being aware when we see something that we always want to do. So if it was dance, for example, and we don't take action and walk into a studio, then, that's half, I don't like to say it, but that's half of your life that you would have missed out on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just taking action, taking
Yeah.
note of that. Yeah.
And what's the worst thing that can happen, honestly?
Not much. I
Right?
mean, yeah, nothing can happen. It's just that we didn't avail the chance at that moment. To
Yes.
knowing that, okay, this is what I want to do, but I, for whatever reason, I regretted, then you know what, now what I like to do is I don't like to have any regrets. If I want to do something, go somewhere, anything, it's just do it, just
Mm-hmm.
have it, just get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't and you go back for that, whatever that thing is, it's gone, it's
Yeah.
out of date, it's
Yeah.
discontinued.
Yes. Yes.
If it's
Yes.
makeup, for example, right? It's discontinued, then you regret it. So in life, you should never have any regrets. Just go full forward, the path that you truly are going to have an amazing time and it's going to fulfill you.
I love that. It's got to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's got to be fun. Alka, how important is having a coach in life for you personally?
Having a coach and a mentor makes a huge difference. And especially because coaches and mentors are there in our lives to make our lives much better. I mean, as entrepreneurs, busy entrepreneurs that we are, and that's great. We want to do things on our own, and that's wonderful. But how fast and how far can you go by just doing things on your own on a daily basis? So if we have a coach or a mentor, they have the know-how, because they have the know-how where it is that we want to go, where it is that we want to be, so that they can prepare us so much easier, so much better for that journey ahead. So I would truly suggest having a coach or mentor, because that's made a huge difference for me in every aspect of my life. And, I'm always forever grateful, because they have taught me so much. And, Les Brown, for example, who is my coach, has taught me so much. He's known my story inside out, and for that I'm always forever grateful. So having a coach is detrimental to our success, is very much the path that we want to be on, because they've already been there, it's tried and tested. So have a coach, and it's truly going to make a huge difference in your life in general.
I agree. I agree with you. What is one of the best things that you have learned from Les Brown that you are willing to share with the viewers?
Oh my gosh, the best, Les, he is so amazing. And every time spent with Les is an honor. Um, I'm always grateful, because he has taught me so much in terms of when it comes to speaking, in terms of your delivery, in terms of your tonation, every aspect. It's just so beautiful, and I just, it's just so beautiful. When you have a coach, because that's the most easiest, that's the easiest path to your success. And so, yeah, I will highly recommend
Getting a coach.
getting a coach.
There
Yes.
you go. There you go. And you are a coach in, in what you do and in getting people to achieve their fitness goals. So, people, alkastotalfitness.com. Reach Alka. She's all over Facebook, and she's on Instagram under Alka's Total Fitness
Fitness studio. Yeah.
Fitness Studio. And ask her questions. Drill her.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions when it comes to retooling
There you go.
your mind and body. Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that's Alka's passion, is to help people retool their mind and body, and she's very good at that. So thank you so much, Alka. I want
Thank
to
you,
give you
Dela.
a couple
Thank
of more
you.
minutes till the end of the show. We have a couple of more minutes to say whatever you want, to plug whatever you want, and there you go. Go ahead.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Della. Well, I always want to say to, to your viewers and people in general is that achieving success, achieving the life that you truly desire, that you truly want, to make it the best, to be the best versions of yourself, is to biohacking and retooling and knowing the journey that you are on to where it is that you want to go. You have to have the inspiration, you have to have the motivation, and you have to aspire to that journey, that path that you want to go on, and truly make it the best for yourself. Because until you don't, and as we just talked about, you are going to regret having the fulfilled life. And fulfillment comes out of having the energy, the vitality, the motivation, the passion to every aspect of your life, not just in business, but in your personal life, in the passion that you want, whether it's dancing, whether it's working out. Choose the workouts for yourself that are going to be in the that resonate with you, but also that are in alignment with your goals that you truly want. And you're going to make the best out of your life and truly have the passion to make it the best life for yourself. And I wish you all the very best and success forever.
Thank you so much, Alka. Thank you so much. It's so important. Your message is very powerful, and I learned so much from you today. Thank you so much for being here and for giving us your time. And thank you to the audience who participated, and thank you for watching us. Thank you for your commitment to yourself, to living your best life, because after all, this is the only life we will ever have. Right, Alka?
Yes, absolutely. Exactly. You live once.
You live once. Make it your best.
Make it the best.
Make it your best. And so thanking all the viewers who watched. Hello, Ali. He sent us a message, and I want to say hi and thank you. And so for everyone who's watched us today, I hope you got some amazing information from this talk that Alka offered. Reach out to her at alkastotalfitness.com. And again, we appreciate you. Thank you again for being here. And until next time, this has been another Dela's Voice, hoping to spark your soul. Thanks. Bye, Alka.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dela. Bye.
Bye-bye.